Is Diablo Immortal too deep to be a mobile game? Is there too much stuff going on inside of Diablo Immortal to have it considered a mobile game? Because this game is so much different than any other mobile games that we have right now on the platform. This question we're diving into today. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel for another Diablo Immortal video. And today I want to bring up this topic because it's been knocking on the door for so long now. We've had a lot of people play the game, content creators, general people from the community, and more. And a lot of people have been finding that Diablo Immortal is too much for a casual gamer to play. Now, I did put a video out the other day that kind of talked about and showed you and discussed how you should play this game if you are a casual gamer, because you 100% can. But there's a lot more available to you. Now we have Elder Rifts, Challenge Rifts, Daily Bounty Board rewards, Shadow events, we have the Immortal events, and of course we have the campaign as well, not to mention Battlegrounds and special events going on inside of the game. So you can easily find yourself spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day playing Diablo Immortal. For me, on a slow day when I don't have a lot of time, I'll find myself spending at least an hour just completing the daily tasks so that I can get the massive buffs and those big XP advantages from completing those certain tasks. As I'm doing in today's video right now, I'm doing my Immortal events. I have 5 different things that I have to do every single day to be an Immortal that I can use to contribute to the Immortals that are in the squad with me, and that are just going to give me extra XP. That does not include bounty boards. Well, actually, 2 bounty board events are part of the Immortal contract, so you kind of are killing 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. But the point is, there's a lot to do. So we need to talk about this. Is it too much for a mobile game? Now, I've been saying this for a long time, guys. Diablo Immortal is breaking the mold of mobile gaming. It's not just your typical surface game where you just play this, do this, and that's really the whole game. There is a lot going on inside Diablo Immortal, and I have known this for quite some time. When the closed alpha came out, we were introduced to even more things to do with the Shadows and the Immortals that I didn't even know about. Even without that, we had a complete game. Then we have another whole side of the game on top of that, making it different than any other Diablo game ever out, even on PC. But I guess part of my question is this just all too much? Has Blizzard bit off more than they can chew? Not that they can't actually produce what they're trying to deliver, but is it too much for the actual audience? Now, I do think that there's going to be some audience that's going to be overwhelmed with this, and they're going to say, this is too much for me. It's too much game. I'm just a casual gamer. I just want to hop on for 5 minutes at a time a day and play video games. For those people, it may be too much. I would say if someone is that casual of a player where they play for, 30 minutes a day in 5-minute increments, the best thing that those players would be able to do would do their bounty board events, right? Go to the bounty board and kind of complete one at a time, but you're not getting the experience that you should be getting out of Diablo Immortal. There's really so much more to be done, and that's what becomes overwhelming to these people. I can even feel it myself on certain days when I just don't have a lot of time and I want to get everything done, because that's the kind of person I am. When I'm presented with opportunities to do things for good rewards, I want to do them all. I never want to miss it, and I just want to take advantage of everything that I can gain. So when people see this, they may be saying to themselves, I just can't play on the level that you need to play to be a solid player inside Diablo Immortal. But what is a solid player? We have our adventurers who are just playing the game. They're just playing, not engaging in any of that end game stuff. You have your Shadows who are always on that journey to be an Immortal and take down the Immortals. And you have the Immortals who are the players who are trying to hold reign and basically protect Sanctuary. Those two, the Shadows and the Immortals, you don't need to partake in that. There really is no reason for you to be a part of any of that stuff if you're very limited for time. That's the kind of events inside of the game where you're going to have to be spending a lot of time coordinating with teammates, working together with your friends to complete certain tasks, especially if you become an Immortal. Remember, there's only going to be 500 Immortals per server, and on a server, we're talking about at least 20,000 people. So 500 privileged players that are going to be able to partake in some of these Immortal events. Many others are going to be shadows trying to dethrone the Immortals. But here's the thing. If this is too much for you, if there's a lot going on, you really wouldn't want to be a shadow, because there's no way you would have the time to invest to be an Immortal. So you got to think about that in the first place. Everyone's going to want to partake in these endgame events because they're new, they're cool, they're amazing looking, they're well developed, they are literally perfect, except for they take a lot of time. So if you're a gamer who doesn't have time, I would suggest you play as an adventurer so that you don't burn yourself out, so that you don't become a player that says, this game is too much, I'm just not going to play it, we're going to go back to Candy Crush. Now that I've kind of laid out for you guys the idea of the game, the general format, and the lay of the land of Diablo Immortal, I need to really talk about if I think Blizzard is making a mistake. And the answer, well, in short, is no. I think Blizzard is bringing the mobile gaming community something that they have never seen before in a game that is very well bigger, more grand than other games that they've made before on PC. I mean, literally, Diablo Immortal is like 2 or 3 times as big, as much stuff to do as in Diablo 3. So for people that are saying this is Diablo 3 on mobile, well, they could not be more wrong. And clearly those people are the ones that have never played this game, because it's just simply not true. There's so many more elements to this game than we've ever seen before in any Diablo game. And that's part of what I was talking about with this video, saying, is it too much? And I don't think that it is. As long as Blizzard can easily make this a playable game for both casual and for those hardcore players. What they need to do is make it easy for players that are casual players, because that's going to be a large number of people on their download list. A lot of people who download Diablo Immortal are going to be casual mobile gamers. Then you're going to have your hardcore PC gamers that are trying it out, and then you're going to have your hardcore mobile gamers, someone like myself and like my buddy Nemo. So you have to be able to make the game desirable for all of those different people. They have already done what they need to do for the PC community. They made the best Diablo game that they can make on mobile platforms. If PC players are able to get over the platform itself, they will love Diablo Immortal. Hardcore mobile gamers like myself, they already won that battle. We are so excited about what Diablo Immortal has to bring, and we're gonna play the heck out of it, but they need to really focus on the casual players, the 20-minute-a-day players. And this is where my idea of lobbies comes into play, and PvP lobbies. Let's say you're someone that wants to play 5-minute rounds and you want to play 4 of them throughout the day. Wouldn't it be nice if you could hop into the game, queue up into some multiplayer lobby, and get into 1 round or 1 dungeon or 1 battlefield PvP event and then sign off? Nice and easy, the lobby is there, you dive right into it, and you are in battle. Rather than having to maneuver your way to Westmarch, then maneuver your way around Westmarch to actually choose the events that you want to do, because that's how it is currently right now. This is a great system for people that are like myself and like PC gamers, used to this and willing to spend a ton of time. But there needs to be a quick select option inside of the game so that when you log on, boom, you could hit that you want to go to multiplayer, takes you right to Battlegrounds, and you could hop right in to multiplayer battles. If they can do that, and it's a new feature, I mean, it's another way of kind of highlighting the player versus player, or even the raids. I just think that it needs to be a quick select option, a menu. So rather than going to Westmarch and having to walk to Battlegrounds and queue up, or walk to the Elder Rifts, or walk to the Challenge Rifts, if there was just a menu when you log in that you want to run Challenge Rifts, or that you want to run certain dungeons, a quick select option for the ease of the lazy players, or let's call them the players that just don't have a ton of time and want to get their quick fix of Diablo before they move on with the rest of their day. If a simple menu like this can be done without having to maneuver yourself around the map itself, I think that could really be a good way to hook those casual players and help them feel less overwhelmed with the game. So let's quickly picture this, all right? You download the game, you play your way to West March, you kind of get the feel of the game. You're about 2 hours in, you're in West March, you've unlocked Elder Rifts, Challenge Rifts, and many other features inside of the game. At that point, you then have a menu when you open up the game, and it says Elder Rift, Challenge Rifts, Dungeons, and you can choose between any of those, going right into them. You could even have the Battlegrounds PvP element right there as a quick option. It's basically a quick select menu that either could be available from when you first download the game, I mean, why not? Or it's something that you may have to wait for when you actually make your way to West March. Either way, this is, in my opinion, the key. This is what should be done. Do I think it's going to be done though? I don't think that this is in the current plan. But hearing a lot of people complain about how they just don't have the time to play the game, I feel like this could be something that would be very valuable. So I guess what I'm saying here is I would love to see a feature like this added to the game. There's not many things that I would say I don't like about Diablo Immortal. I think the game is pretty darn incredible, but this would be something that would help secure that style gamer, which, let's be honest, is a large number of gamers on mobile devices. So let's secure those players. Let's get them to download the game and continue playing it because they have a way to love it as well. Just like people like myself and other hardcore players, we found our way to love it. So it's your turn, guys. It's your turn to sound off in the comment section below, or of course on my Discord server, which is the pinned comment below, and let me know what you think about this topic. Do you think that there are enough very casual players with not a lot of time on their hands to create a system, as I mentioned in this video, to make sure that they download the game and keep it on their devices rather than downloading it, becoming overwhelmed, and never playing Diablo Immortal again? You guys now know my thoughts, and I want to know yours, so I'll be checking the comment section below to read them and probably respond to them as well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell because I bring you guys a Diablo Immortal video every single day. But we're out. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow with another video. Until then, be good.